What are some messages for Cancer? Laughter. Nobody makes me laugh the way you do. Ooh. Oh shit, catfish! I'm not really who I say I am. Interesting. Swipe right. So glad you took a chance and put yourself out there so I could find you. Okay, so there's a Cancer out there that is talking to someone online that they vibing with and are getting a lot of laughs out of. But the someone is not who they are, or not who they really say they are. They're catfish. Oh my god, the catfish card is crazy, right? I'm everything you've been looking for and more. Maybe this is one of those good catfish moments. Like someone pretending to be something else, but reality is they're much more than what they're showing. Just to test someone. But still, like, not being honest, you know? Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, good luck to this Cancer, whoever you are, talking to someone that's making you laugh a lot. They're catfish, but they're even better than what they seem to be. Let's pull out some tarot, though. Alright, tarot. We're doing Cancer. What are some important messages for Cancer for the month of June? We're already June 1st. What are some messages for Cancer? See this sticking out. 9 of Cups. I'm sensing a lot of comfort. A lot of happiness. You're like smugged. What else? Two of Swords and then the Magician card. There's that glare. So, Cancer, I think what I'm seeing here is you're more confident, for sure. You came across a decision with much more, like, clarity. And you're not just, like, making a decision, you're acting on a decision. And with that action, you are manifesting some new things to come your way. But it's like you don't have any doubt, though. Like, I feel like you made a decision that you wholeheartedly believe in, and it's gonna make you happy. You're manifesting so much from this decision, and you just feel so, like everything clicks just right. Like, there's no doubt in this decision that you're making. Tell me more. Tell me more, please, for Cancer. Interesting. We got the Wheel of Fortune coming out with that 3 of Cups. Eight of Wands, indicating some type of change. Actually, move all these over here. Interesting. Tell me more. Page of Swords. And then we got the 9 of Wands. Okay, let's read this. Okay, so starting off on this side, we got the 6 of Swords coming in with that 3 of Cups. So this decision you're making over a specific situation involved a lot of emotional baggage that seems to be like that has been weighing you down lately. It's something that hasn't really it's not like something new. It's something that's been there for a while. And I feel like you were stuck in this issue with a lot of emotional baggage. Like, I don't think this is you with emotional baggage. I'm thinking like you're like dealing with other people's issues. And it's just like, it's not even necessarily yours. It's other people's issues that they have been coming towards you about. And like, you've been trying to show support. you like this is not just any like random person. I think this is someone that you were like actually friends with. You tried your best to support them and hang out with them, and you know you figured that was enough, but it wasn't. You know, it seems like like you gave a lot to this situation. I'm getting it wasn't just a typical like advice moment. You gave a lot to this situation, but it seems like it wasn't something that was serving you. Um, with the Wheel of Fortune coming in, it's telling me that this was a situation that kept repeating itself. It was kind of like a karmic lesson for you. And it was what a karmic lesson is basically like a lesson that was given to you into this lifetime from the universe and that will repeat itself over and over again. Whether it's with the same person or it's just the same type of issue, but with a different type of people in your lifespan, it's basically something that you find yourself always like in a loop. But I think like you're actually leaving the loop. Maybe this was some issue that kept repeating itself in your life and you're just like, you finally came to terms with it, because I see the Eight of Wands coming in, showing me that you're going to be released. There's a change coming your way. And so I don't think that you are necessarily still going to keep dealing with this. I think you learned a lot from this experience, and it's not like if the Wheel of Fortune was in reverse, I would say that you're experiencing the negative part of it, but I don't think that's the case since it's upright and then you have this card coming next to it. I think you're in the good part of this cycle and you're freeing yourself from it, which would make sense because like in the earlier cards that were pulled, it showed me that like you made a decision. You're acting on a decision with so much clarity and confidence, and I think like you came to that moment where you're like, aha, I know what I need to do. And it's something that was constantly repeating itself. I think this was a situation with a friend that you were close with at some point, but you were stuck in this loop with them, with like dealing with their emotional baggage, and it took a toll on you. You try to support them, but it didn't really work out, and you're acting on this decision of walking away, and you're making changes for yourself, and I see a lot more liberation in this action for you. Like a lot of weight is going to come off your shoulders. And so with the Page of Swords, I do see that you're going to get more energy. More energy to be yourself, to do the things that you want to do. I see that like you're actually going to be able to like be more talkative. Like I feel like this was something that was really weighing you down, and now that you're like letting loose and cutting it off, I'm sensing like you feel relieved. And you're actually like getting so much of your energy back. Like this felt like an emotional parasite. I don't know like how toxic this got with you, but like you were very frustrated and anxious around this person. It felt like this person, you were always kind of tiptoeing, walking around the bush, because you never knew what was going to happen. They may have been very unstable, and you're just happy to let go of that. I'm sensing a lot of good changes from this decision you made. Let's pull out hidden factors. What are some hidden factors for Cancer? We got the Seven of Swords in reverse. What are some hidden factors for Cancer for the month of June? Seven Pentacles in reverse. The number 7 might mean something to you, Cancer. I know some of you Cancers are born in July, so maybe that's indicating like some important things might be happening in July for you, or the number 7 has another meaning. But it came out twice. You got the Death card in reverse. Tell me more, please. The Hermit reverse, the Fool card. The King of Wands. The Devil. The Page of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups. And the Emperor. Alright, let's read this. Okay. Starting from here, we got 2 sevens in reverse. 1 for swords, 1 for pentacles. Let's read this. Okay. So, Cancer. In the month of June, it seems like so I'm not sure if this is you or the other person. This connection that you're cutting off and walking away from. This could be you or the other person. But somebody is going to be coming clean about something that they were like hiding. There's a secret here. I'm not sure if you were keeping a secret or the other person was keeping a secret, but someone wants to come forward and come clean. Because it seemed like they see like this connection with something that they had, you know, hoped to like grow with. But because like they're not gonna be able to, you know, grow with you, it kind of like has like this unsettling bitter taste in their mouth that like, you know, they worked really hard for this connection, but they're not getting the results they want. So they're gonna, you know what, like, I'm gonna come clean about something since I'm gonna lose you anyway. Because it's like, with the death card, like, they know that this is the end of a connection. And because it's the end of a connection, it means that a new beginning is going to come. But in order for the beginning to happen, they want to, like, let go of some things that they've been, you know, hiding. And so, once this is over, I do see, like, some isolation happening here. Or either you or the other person, but someone is going to withdraw, and you might feel a bit lonely. I'm not sure what is going to be said here, but it's meant to, like, impact you in a negative way. So that, like, it's kind of like, I'm getting that this person is very spiteful and petty. And you don't want to deal with it anymore. I think you're just going to be like, yo, I'm done with this. Like, yeah, it's over, but then also, like, I think there's going to be a part of you, Cancer, that's going to want to heal. And so you're going to withdraw from this connection and try to, like, self-reflect on things. But there might be a point where you self-reflect a little too much in isolation that you might lose your way. So just be careful, okay? Be wary of that. Sometimes people are just really fucking petty. They don't really give a shit. And, you know, this is intended to be malicious. Like, I hope that you don't take what I say, like, too personally, okay? But don't worry, like I said, when things come to an end, it only means that a beginning is going to come in. And then that is demonstrated here with the Fool card. The Fool card is indicating a new beginning for you that you're going to feel really happy about, okay? Like, you're going to be very optimistic, and you're going to have so many opportunities come your way. It's like, this is a new adventure, and I'm openly embracing it with open arms. And then you got the King of Wands coming in with the Devil, okay? So, I don't think you're alone. I do think that you have some friends or people who are looking out for you. I do think that there is somebody in particular that is looking out for you with the King of Wands. So this King of Wands is very heavy fire energy, okay? There's a chance that, like, this person has, like, leadership qualities, and they understand things, like, from the big picture perspective. And they're very good at overcoming challenges. They have a more, like, mature energy to them. So I do think that this person is looking out for you. So just understand that, like, even though, like, you might want to be alone, like, you always have, like, friends who are there for you when you really need it. Like, don't deal with this by yourself. But I do see the Devil coming into play here, which is pretty interesting. You might fall into an addiction of some sort. I'm not sure what your addiction is. Like, this can be towards a person. This can be, like, an object. This could be, like, a habit. But it's basically showing, like, you know, like, temptation of some sort of addiction that you might get attached to. That might lead to some destructive behavior. So just be careful. Like, I know, like, when life really gets to us, like, some people might eat ice cream, right? But you don't want to eat ice cream all day, every day, you know what I mean? it's kind of like one of those things, you know? So I do see this coming into play for you, and I think it's something that you're gonna like probably dive into when you're isolated. Um, or, or there's somebody here. Could be the person you're trying to cut off from, or whatever. But with the Page of Cups coming in afterwards, I do think that there is somebody here that has a lot of emotional immaturity. Okay, they're very insecure. They're very disappointed, and you know, I think it's this person that you're trying to cut off from, and they have an addiction problem. That's the other meaning here that you don't know about. And I think like the rooted issue here that this person has is within themselves. They have an addiction or obsession with something that involves them to like make bad choices and do it repetitively. Hi, Ashley. And so it's like, I think one of their things is like, maybe like they will come forward with more emotional baggage because they have a habit of doing that. They're obsessed with themselves. They're obsessed with like unloading a lot of emotional baggage on you. And I think like it's something that they're used to doing, okay? Like with the Six of Cups, this is suggesting like energy with familiarity, but also something from your past. Like it can also talk about childhood memories. So it's just like someone here, and I'm not sure if this is you or if this is with the other person, but like this is someone from the past. And the reason why they keep coming back is because they have a lot of happy memories with you despite the fallout. It's just that when they're around you, it's an energy of familiarity. And like, you know, in some sense, like they have a lot of nostalgia with you and they don't want to like lose that. Like you kind of keep them grounded. And like that's not your problem though. Like, you know, they're immature and they want to be enabled because they're so used to doing these bad habits, these bad things. And, you know, they can't accept the fact that like you're letting go. And it's giving heavy narcissistic energy. I'm not gonna lie. Because you got the Emperor coming at the end of this, right? Now the Emperor is someone that like is a figure in authority. They're very structured. They are like somewhat protective, but they're very like controlling, right? And it's like when you have the cards arranged in this order, like I'm getting the vibe that this person has like narcissistic tendencies and they don't want to let go of you because they're so used to their ways. They like the fact that you're very enabling and you're empathetic. And it's like you guys have to understand, for those who are watching, Cancers, yeah, they're a cardinal sign for the water signs, meaning to say they're like the leader of the water signs. They have their own way of doing things. But like the thing is with Cancer, they're very empathetic. Okay, they're the crab of the zodiac. The reason why they're a crab is because they have a hard shell to protect their soft insides. They're very, very empathetic, very nurturing people, and like this is someone that they had in their past, and I'm sensing they grew up with this person. I'm sensing like this person caught on to that Cancer was empathetic, and they are so used to having them there, and they don't want to like let them leave. They want to have full control over them because they're just so used to having that. Thank you, Martinez. So it's just like this is the energy that this person is coming in with, and this is what Cancer doesn't know, is that like this person is not done. They don't want to like, they feel like they invested a lot in this connection, and they will come clean about some things that they're not telling Cancer, and like they're not done. They're definitely gonna come back and try to like, you know, see if they still have control over Cancer. Just a fair warning for you guys, like you Cancers who might be resonating with this reading. Let's do some advice. What's some advice for Cancer, please? We got Judgment in reverse, Seven of Pentacles upright, Five of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. Two of Cups in the Moon. The Star card. Queen of Cups. Two of Wands in reverse. And then the King of Swords. Okay, let's read this for you, Cancer. As always, I will be reading all the cards that are upright with their descriptions so that, like, whoever is watching would get full context on their advice. And then after I'm done reading all the messages that are upright cards, we're going to be interpreting the overall spread with all the cards, okay? Alright, so first off, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, you are thinking of the future and have been investing a lot of time and effort into a long-term goal. You have also learned to focus your efforts where they are most important. Where you may feel impatient with the slower progress, know that if you keep at it, your goals will soon come to fruition. Keywords here are planning, perseverance, and slow growth. Then we have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is about a relationship built on respect, harmony, and support. It is a love that is inspiring, emotionally fulfilling, and built from mutual attraction. With this card, typically indicates romantic relationships. It can also signify non-romantic partners, like a business partner or a platonic friend. Keywords here is unified love, attraction, and partnership. And then we have the Moon. The Moon represents your fears and illusions, and often comes out when you are projecting fear into your present and your future. Based on your past experiences, you may have painful memories that cause emotional distress, and rather than dealing with the emotions, you push them down deep into your subconscious. Keywords here is hidden enemies and danger and calumny. And then you have the Star card. The Star, as it follows the Tower and the Tarot, it comes as a welcome reprieve after a period of destruction and turmoil. You have endured many challenges and stripped yourself bare of any limiting beliefs that have previously held you back. You are realizing your core essence of who you are beneath all the layers. Keywords here is theft, privation, and abandonment. And then the last card here that is upright in your advice is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a card of stern judgment and leadership, a card of law and order. It suggests fairness, logic, and a clear mind when making decisions. Keywords here is authority, logic, calmness, and clear thinking. Okay, so those are all the cards that came out for Cancer upright. Now I'm going to interpret the overall advice here with all of the cards, okay? From the spread, we have Judgment in reverse and Seven of Pentacles. So with the Judgment card coming in reverse, Cancer, I'm guessing a lot of you guys out there who are very empathetic are starting to doubt yourself. Like, there's a lot of self-doubt, there's a lot of self-judgment, and you're starting to question yourself and the decisions you've made and your weaknesses overall. And I think, like, what's important here is to not be harsh with yourself. With the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles is all about planning. It's about perseverance, and it's about slow growth, right? So understand that you're a work in progress, and no one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. But what's important about those mistakes is learning from the mistake and improving yourself going forward. Okay? So, like, you know, sometimes we can't help but judge ourselves. The harsh judgment that we could probably ever place is not on others but ourselves. So it's just like, you have to really think about things like in a longer perspective. Like, you know, even though you're not like the person you want to be now, you will be over time. You're a work in progress. It's going to take time. And it's best to not force things to happen. It's good not to rush. Like, trust the process, okay? Um, I do think that the situation, okay, so with the Five of Swords, it's talking about like some unresolved conflicts and reopening some wounds. So I have a feeling that whatever this person is going to bring up to you that is intended to be malicious in an effort to be spiteful is actually going to be more hurtful than you let on. Um, because it's gonna, with the Ace of Swords coming in reverse next to that, it's talking about lack of clarity, some injustice and hostility. Like there's a lot of aggression here, and I feel like you're gonna be hurt by this person's efforts and also the things that they're gonna tell you, and you're gonna start questioning everything. And I feel like you're gonna start doubting yourself, like why did I let this person be in my life for so long? Why didn't I do this sooner? Like, is there something wrong with me? And maybe some things that they say will trigger some of this self-criticism. But don't let that like affect you too deeply. It's intended to like cause that type of reaction. It's not like, it's not intended to be honest and like for you to like grow. It's intended to like cause harm. And it's best to just ignore those efforts, honestly. Because it's like, this is someone that wants their way and you're not giving it to them. And they just have to deal with that. So like with the Two of Cups coming in and the Moon card coming in, I think this person was a hidden enemy in this connection that you have. Two of Cups talks about a bond. In some ways it could be a love reading, but in this instance I don't think it is. I think this is about two people and their connection, their bond. But with the Moon following in, you're being revealed of all the dangerous qualities about this person. So this person was like low-key a hidden enemy. And they just never like was honest about it. And that's not your fault. They were dishonest, not you. And they basically feel this level of abandonment from the start. That's not your fault. Like, you know, a lot of narcissists like to believe they're the victim, but they're not. All right? Because like here, it literally answers itself. The Star and then the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups talks about, in reverse, talks about like emotional insecurity. This person has a lot of insecurities that they need to like go to therapy for, and they need to stop projecting. Point blank. Like they need professional help, not you. And you've given enough of yourself to this situation. It's time for you to like start over. It's not serving you. And then here you have the Two of Wands in reverse, followed by the King of Swords upright. I know there's like, it talks about like being afraid of the unknown. Like you probably are like so used to having this person around you, and now they're not there, and you don't know what to like expect. You're gonna be dealing with a lot of situations from here on out on your own, and not really have this person that's always been there. And it's kind of like, it's kind of weird to think that way, but it's also kind of like, you know, fearful that like, am I really alone in this world? Like, no, you're not. You're fine. Because here the King of Swords is suggesting from here on out, yeah, like you're not with this person that will give you instant like gratification or instant, you know, security, but like you have something more important, and it's your mind. You want to have more authority over yourself and the decisions you make and the way you go about things. You want to be very logical, like the King of Swords. King of Swords is someone who's very clear, who's very calm, and like they're very confident, and they're very like firm with their decisions, because like everything's more like clear to them, and it's just like they're very much more confident and sure of themselves, and they're gonna be clear with their boundaries. And it's just like, as long as you maintain your rationality and your logic, you're gonna be just fine, Cancer. But yeah, that is your reading for the month of June. If that resonated, I hope it helps you in moving forward.